I'm going to show you this morning how to add the Tweet Me button into your newsletters that you send out. In this particular case, I use Aweber, so I've only tested this with Aweber, but anywhere that you can add HTML into the newsletter program that you're using, you should be able to accomplish this. I've already set this one up, if I click here, and this is presuming that your reader can also do the same thing, it's automatically going to take them out and it's going to do the retweet. It's going to show that it's coming, retweeting me, and then the name of whatever is associated with the particular article that your URL is giving them. In this case, it's referencing the blog post title that I had and then the meta tags that are associated with my website. So the person retweeting it may want to kind of clean it up a little bit. If not, they can certainly leave it like this and retweet it exactly in the format that it is. So what you need is the code for the retweet me button in order to do this. In this case, and I will go ahead and I will give you this URL in the actual written blog post as well. In this case, I wanted to specify the source so that it's coming from my username when people tweet it, and I want the button clickable because they have a lot of different options here, as you can see as I'm scrolling through. So in my particular case, I want to specify the source and I want them to be able to tweet it. So basically all you do is you copy the code, go into the newsletter that you're working on, and in my case I have actually already put this in there. You can see it right there, but I'm going to go through, I'm going to do, I guess I'll add one here under this particular spot. In Aweber, default is design mode. You want to go into source because you want to be able to go directly to the HTML. If it makes it easier for you, use the find so that you can quickly find where you want to insert it. Alright, so copy the code that you need then into it. For some reason in Aweber, I'm not huge on knowing HTML, but I can tinker around enough with it to actually make it work. You need to have this div tag directly after that URL in order for it to work. So then what you need to do, anywhere it says URL here, you need to delete that and insert your desired URL. In this case, I'm going to grab the URL associated with what I'm talking about there in that particular post. Grab your URL, go back to Aweber, insert that in there. Keep scrolling through there. Now the source, if you want it to retweet with your name, you need to add your Twitter name into that, where the source was. And all these instructions are actually written on Tweet Mimi's help page as well. And then there's one other spot for the URL, so clear that out. Go ahead and paste in your URL for the second time. When you go back to design mode, you'll see it right there. I'm not quite sure. There we go. Picture's showing up. Go ahead and hit save. Obviously send a test to yourself because I'm going to show you something if it shows the a question mark or not, so I do want to show you that because it will mean something. For example, if you get finished and you see this question mark, that means your link isn't working properly. So that means something's wrong in your HTML. For example, let's click here, and what you're going to see, whoa, that's really strange because it should be coming up to the Tweet Mimi page if it shows the question mark. So let's go here to the one I just did. Go ahead and click on that, and look at that, it works. That's how easy it is, but certainly test your posts prior to actually sending them to your list. I do want to show you one other thing. With Aweber, it does give you the specific URL for this particular newsletter. Now when I tested this, what it does when someone retweets your article is it says mailer and then the mailer number. So that wasn't really the best way to, yeah, here we go. This is mailer 04 according to Aweber. So when I hit the tweet me button, when it sent it out to Twitter, it just said mailer 04 and then some other numbers. So using this direct link for the specific newsletter may not actually be best. What I kind of set up in here is I actually put a retweet me button while I was testing this for this particular blog post, because I actually send them to a specific blog post on my website. You just saw me set up the social bookmarking one, again pulling through a URL from my website, and then this 12 of the best free or low cost business tools. Also, that is a blog post on my website as well, so I also set that button up. So if anyone has any suggestions on how to get the retweet me button to actually show some customized wording based on one whole specific newsletter instead of the individual pieces of it, that would be awesome. Certainly would love to hear them. But certainly play around with your HTML and everything, and this hopefully will help you a little bit.